Askew. Madame Askew is here to do magical rainbows pouring from teapots. Da 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 da. Da 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 da, it's tea time. Ta 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 ta
Tea time! Woo! It's tea time!
It's been a moment. It's me, the Grand Arbiter.
And me, Madame Askew. And we're here together again, Grand Arbiter. I'm so happy.
Yes, and we are live on... Are we live on the right? Are we alive? Oh, no, the image is always broken. A reminder, the YouTube image is always broken. It still works. It works fine. It's going the right one. It just doesn't show up right. It's fine.
It's c'est la vie. But here we are. We are live tonight. Welcome back, Grand Arbiter. And good evening, Lady
June. It's been many moons.
Yay, Lady Truthful. Hello, Scott Mistress.
And TM. Do we know TM?
Yes, we do. We love them. They're delightful. Our favorite non-binary author of goodness who comes and hangs out with us in the Discord because they're magical and they have a wonderful book.
I remember that we have reminded them that they needed to undead name their account or something.
We were introduced to Aunt Lydia is what happened. Hello, dear Tracy. It's wonderful to see you as well. And
we are hopping this evening. Everyone is so on time.
So delightful.
I am very touched.
Yay! And Ty, if you would be so kind, please share the link to your book in the chat on YouTube, since I am talking about what a wonderful author you are. Please share your book so that other people can find it and read it, because lesbians and construction, sapphic love on the big stage of power tools. Yeah, absolutely.
This is a wild story.
Yes. And Lady June Squirrel is getting discharged on Sunday. That's excellent. I'm so excited. Yay!
I'm excited for that as well.
Good news, wonderful news out in the world, and so delighted to be back with you, Grand Arbiter. What's going on in the world?
To be here. I am delighted to be here, and it couldn't be a better time because there is so much to celebrate.
Oh,
well, first, your class has so our Twitch streams are separate currently. So mine is a separate Twitch stream. To be clear, I'm not included on Twitch because that's Madame Askew's Twitch. We've just chosen. I am merely a second liner. I am okay with this. I've accepted my role as a tertiary gay. But regardless, there is many things to celebrate. Refocused, focusing, focusing, focus, laser focus, everyone. We have lots to celebrate. First of all, Madame Askew, your class sign up launched this week.
That's right.
So exciting. We already have
Coursetry 102.
Yes, you can take it if you haven't taken 101. You'll need a little support, but it's nothing to stop you. It's still a 100 class.
It is, and it builds on the skills from our 101 class that I did last year, but actually it is a good beginning point as well. So if you've never made a corset before, you're not going to be left at sea expected to know everything about corsetry. We're still going to go over a lot of the basics. It's just that this is a different style of construction than what we did last year. And
it's 101 part the second.
Yeah, it's like semester 2.
In theory, you could have done it in either order.
Yeah, yes. Although So for those who are curious, I usually start people out with the style of construction I taught last year because it's a little bit less fussy, but it is still not like incredibly fussy to do the single layered approach to corsetry. But if you've done the double layer approach, that some things are going to be a little bit more how shall we put it?
Obvious.
Obvious. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. And TM has a book for a different style of construction. We want to hear about it. Also, oh, Scone Mistress, I am so sorry about the Hobbit. She has hand, foot, and mouth disease. That's terrible. And I hope that you are all able to feel better and get the support you need, and that it passes quickly. Fingers crossed.
I have all the faith. The Hobbit will just become more robust and more sturdy, more powerful than we can possibly imagine.
Also, that's hobbits.
I mean, I'm assuming when the Hobbit hits 3 or 4, we're gonna wish that it was like a little more sedentary.
No, but we are going to wonder if the Hobbit is turning into Eowyn or Galadriel at that point, and it's going to be very exciting.
I do not wish to be I'm at such a height that I'm within striking range of hobbits that are learning kung fu. So I would prefer that I am not struck by I was hit by a smooth hobbit.
A smooth.
So yes, sign up for the class is available, and you should consider it. If you've never done sewing before, this probably is not the class for you.
No, it's not a beginning sewing class. That's absolutely true. This is definitely what I consider to be an intermediate class. Some people feel like corsetry is only for advanced sewing. I think you can do corsetry at an advanced level, but it's possible to pick it up as an intermediate sewist and hone your skills as with anything else. But it is not what I would do out of the gate. I encourage people to have made a few garments before they pick up corsetry because it gives you some foundations and comfort with sewing. And you want to have some of those basic skills before you get into it, so you're not also mastering back tacking and straight stitching and all of those sorts of things, because we're going to be getting into some nitty gritty precision sewing.
Yes, but Madame Askew, not everyone is a precision sewist, and everyone will be successful at this.
Yes.
And Madame Askew is the best teacher I know of corsetry. So please make sure that if you are interested in corsetry and you're like, this is the moment, because we won't have another class till next year.
That's right.
And the class signups will last until the end of the episode. On Friday, we will have our episode. I may be a little groggy because I'll be getting my COVID vaccination that day.
Yes.
But by the end of the episode, we will be closing signups.
Next week. So you have another week to sign up.
One more week to decide if this is right for you.
Yes. And as Martha says very succinctly, it requires a sturdy measuring tape and a good sense of humor. That's correct. It helps to be able to laugh at the weird fitting scenarios and the sort of idiosyncratic nature of creating corsets. And also, yes, you do not have to be a precision sewist to get into corsetry, but making corsets will refine your precision because that's part of the creation. And yes, Martha is queen of mock-ups. She created 6 mock-ups during our last class, but you got a wonderful fit, and that is what matters. So you always need to do as many mock-ups as make you feel comfortable. And we'll talk about this and more things in the class. I'm very excited. It seems to be the case that we only do the corset class in the autumn. No matter what I think is going to happen, every September, that's when it's time for corset making. So that's what we're planning for next year as well. And as an addition, next year we're going to do a fitted waistcoat class, and that's going to be in the late spring. So watch for that in 2025.
But the current focus is the class that will be starting next Sunday. Not this Sunday, next
the 22nd.
Sunday.
Yes.
You won't need materials that day.
No.
But make sure that this is the time to sign up. This is the time to start utilizing it is corset season. It is corset season.
I love this. Cuffing season. Nah, it's corset season. Yes, that's correct. That's correct. That's exactly it. Absolutely.
But that's not the only thing that's happening this week.
No.
Also, book club is happening on Sunday.
That is correct. Book club is coming this Sunday at 4:30 p.m. Pacific. And so that's Seattle, Tucson time currently. We are talking about Clockwork Cairo, which was edited by Matthew Bright and features a lot of wonderful short stories by some of our favorite authors, including Gail Carriger and our wonderful P. Jelly Clark is also featured in there. It's just a great collection. But as a treat, Gail is joining us for book club on Sunday. So please come and join us to chat about writing and this wonderful short story collection and archaeology and historical research and all of the things that go in to creating stories like this. The fantastic editor, Matthew Bright, is intending to be there with us as well, despite the time difference, because he is in England. So it'll be quite late for him, but he's going to join us anyway because he's a real pip. So we're going to have a wonderful conversation Sunday for book club. And this is my reminder that you never need to finish the book to participate in book club. In this case, you don't even need to have read the book to participate in book club. Just come ready to hear about it. Do prepare yourselves for potential spoilers. So, but I am very excited. And yes, he's going to need all the tea, poor Matthew. But I'm so excited he can join us. We're going to have a grand time. And I'm so happy. Yes, come. Join us, listen in, lurk. It will be live streaming to my personal Facebook page. And we will have a chat in Zoom. So I actually recommend always participating in the virtual tea parlor in Zoom if you are able to, because I think the experience is nicer. So please do that. Please come join us. We'll have a wonderful time. So that's happening on Sunday. I think those are the main updates right now.
Those are the main updates for now.
For now. But we'll always have more because we have Sip the Tea later in September with the wonderful Kurt Graves and Maz Maddox. We will have a Sip the Tea in October, the guest to be announced. We might have some special guests in October because the Grand Arbiter is going on an adventure. So October has some fun things coming. And it turns out that our schedule of events for September and October is posted on our Patreon and on our website as a public post. So you don't even have to be a subscriber to get all of this information. It's right there.
And with that, we can move into the main event, the main attraction of today. We put out 3 polls to our Patreon viewers, and they have selected and voted.
Yes.
The one who wasn't selected was, and could be in a future vote, home run pitch. Madame Askew and the Grand Arbiter pitch television programs.
Oh, ooh.
The second, first runner-up, which means second loser, was the return of, and has still not yet climbed out of the river of sadness. It's mythical meals, how Madame Askew and the Grand Arbiter would eat various magical creatures. And then today, our big winner, which I think this one is actually pretty genius on my part, which is mascots of anything. Today, Madame Askew and I will pitch concepts to each other, and the other will have to build a mascot for that concept, object, thing, person, place.
So exciting.
Mascot Mayhem will also take we will also take recommendations from the crowd as we move forward.
Yes, please post your suggestions, your ideas in the comments, and we will
with a question mark in front of them so we know to look for them.
Because Gail is right. It's very helpful to have that question mark in front. It really helps us see your comments.
Madame Askew, you're going to go first.
Oh, all right. Okay.
And I'm going to give you the concept, the thing that you're needing to design.
All right, great.
So what does a mascot need? A mascot needs a name.
A name.
A design.
Okay.
And a personality.
Okay.
Or like personal history. It can be
right.
both. It can be either. It doesn't matter. But it needs to be a name, a design, a personal history.
Okay. Ooh, all right.
Or personality. Like what makes them tick.
Okay.
Gritty is, so for example, let's use Gritty as an example.
Yes.
Because Gritty is the penultimate of weird mascots. He
Gritty.
is the mascot of a hockey team. He is an orange ragamuffin named Gritty. And he's
full of grit.
Full of grit and weirdness to embody the city he represents. Philadelphia.
Yeah.
Right?
It is in Pennsylvania. I can never remember if it's Philadelphia or Pittsburgh, to be honest. I apologize to everyone.
No, he's the mascot of the Philadelphia Flyers.
Oh, all right, good.
I was right.
You're right. How the banana slugs have entered the chat. That's true.
Okay, so we're going to go with the first one is going to be Madame Askew. You are going to make a mascot.
Okay.
For.
All right.
Trim.
Yes. The Trim mascot.
So Madame Askew and I have a favorite Trim store. What's the name of the store? Not for them specifically. I'm just giving them a concept of what.
Do you mean the one in California or the one in New York?
The one in California.
Tinsel Trading.
Yes.
Yes.
So it's not for tinsel trading, but it's for the spirit that tinsel trading represents.
All right. So our mascot is Pinky, the pinking shiz. And Pinky is a luminescent pair of pinking shears that dance across the stage by opening and closing the blades. It's very important to have pinking shears for trimming off your trim so it doesn't fray. Pinky is here to save the day, to swoop in to every trim situation to trim your trim. Okay. Pinky is cheeky and pink and glows and is a giant pair of pinking shears.
Okay, so clarifying questions.
Yes.
Is Pinky like a pair of pinking shears that has arms, or are the arms the shears? And where are Pinky's eyes?
So Pinky has no arms. Exactly.
It's just standing like this, like a scissor pose everywhere it goes. Wait, are the blades the legs?
The blades
Or
are the legs.
The blades
blades
are the legs. Okay,
they're the
so
legs.
she's pointed down.
Yes, pointed down,
Okay.
walking as the blades open and closed. And then sort of like, the handles are like a sort of, on the top, sort of like pink, a bit bow-like. Like
a pair
and
of
then the face is right around, is just, or maybe the eyeballs are in the opening of the handles. Or I was sort of
absolutely horrifying. Okay. It's just giant eyes on top of blades made out of metal designed to cut things.
Or listen, I was originally thinking that the face would be right where the screw is that holds the legs together, and they'd be like little eyes there, little face there.
That seems a little low.
And then the big handles would be like a big pink bow on top, like trim. And so, yeah. Okay. But you could put the eyeballs inside the open, empty crevasse where the fingers would go normally. That's the horror version of Pinky.
There's nothing not scary about this thing. It's an armless creep walking around with blades that and as it chases you, it's chasing you on the things it's gonna stab you to death with.
No, not stab, trim. It's gonna trim the trim.
It's gonna trim off your head. Your head is unnecessary for the trim.
Oh no, this is wonderful.
I mean, I certainly don't think of, but okay. Pinky, yeah. Everyone take note of the newest mascot in trim. Pinky.
Oh, I love this. Maybe the handles are vestigial arms.
Okay, this is all very scary. Very scary. I don't like it. Okay, well, with that, let's move on.
All right. Oh gosh. Pardon me. Okay. Okay. Grand Arbiter.
Yes.
Pardon me. Yours is. We're going to stick with the theme of shops that we love and places that we shop regularly.
You can do whatever you want. You could go off to left field. You can punish me for making fun of your horrifying murder monster. You can do whatever you want. You're grown up.
Pinky's not a murder monster. Pinky is sweet and loving and keeps your trim from fraying.
Until he trips and falls and impales you to death. I just feel like he can't be clumsy. The same thing we do every night. Try to finish the costume.
Yes, and lots of mascots are scary. It's true. All right, Grand Arbiter, fine.
You can do whatever you want. I'm reminding you that it's mascots for anything. So please think outside the box.
Oh, outside the box. All right. How about a mascot for a game box shelving system?
Oh, okay. Okay, so this is going to be a sort of one of those anti-mascots, sort of like those goofy ones that they're like you're supposed to not be like that guy. So it's a little gnome. It's a gnome-shaped character, and they have sort of their little tiny body, and they look a little bit like a meeple.
All right.
A big tall hat, but they're little. Mm-hmm. And they have a giant bag, and it's got so many games in it. Mm-hmm. And it's Game Hoarding Harris is his name.
Game Hoarding Harris?
Yes. And he's in all the adverts for this product, the game storage system, is about people trying to convince Game Hoarding Harris his life would be better and his games would be safer if he put them in this magical shelving link, because it can fix anyone's gaming experience, even Game Hoarding Harris.
Game Hoarding Harris.
And he's
real
like a little bit
mouthful.
like he's got a little bit of like a Lucky Charms kind of guy vibe to him, where people are always trying to help him, and like it's like people at the gaming store are like, "Hey Harris, I know you love your games a lot. You love them so much that none of your Monopoly pieces have a box anymore. Maybe if you can put these things on this shelf, they'll be better." And Game Hoarding Harris is like, "You'll never take my hoarded games. Ah! I know this is a trap to steal all my games. Ah!" And they're like, "No, Hoarding Harris, we want to help you." And it's all about like making Hoarding Harris feel emotionally safe, unburdening himself, because the games represent his absent father.
Oh, oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Game Hoarding Harris needs some therapy.
Well, he played board games. Oh, the cats are like, Game Hoarding Harris needs to be destroyed. So Game Hoarding Harris, he was abandoned by his father, and all he had was board games. And so he was raised by the Monopoly Man.
Pardon me, Cake is trying to murder me during this segment.
Okay. So that is he has like a meeple shaped little gnome, and he has a bag filled with games, and he's very disheveled, and he's always sad because he's like, I never know where my games are, and they're not organized. I can never find what I want. He complains a lot, and the whole
does he have a face, or is he just a faceless meeple?
No, he's like meeple shaped. He's like squat and little, but he's not like, he's still a gnome.
Sweet Mother Buddha. Pardon me.
You clicked the wrong fabric, and now Cake is like, my bed.
Oh no! Pardon me, everyone. Unintended consequence of tonight's drapery is that it's silk, and Monsieur Gâteau.
Maybe you make him your prisoner.
I'm going to try if I can find where the little ragamuffin has gone.
I think he got bored.
Oh, I don't think he got bored. I think he's waiting for his moment.
Okay, well, we're gonna move on. What do you rate Harris, the Game Hoarding?
But I have some questions about Game Hoarding Harris. Because, all right, at least he has a face, but he is like sort of two-dimensional.
No, he's like three-dimensional. He's just like squat and little. Like he isn't a meatball. He's just like, he has the spirit of a meatball.
Spirit of a meatball. Does he have hair?
He has a beard.
He has a beard.
But only on his neck, because he's got to be a neck beard.
It doesn't go all the way.
No, it's a chin
like an
strap
Amish
neck
thing?
beard. It's a chin strap neck beard combo. It's and there's no mustache. It's really unpleasant.
So Game Hoarding Harris needs therapy and a visit to the barber. All right.
He needs so many things, and that's what makes him so desirable, because the adverts are all about how like people want to help him, and it's really modeling, and you have a lot of these other actors who are modeling great gamer behavior, like using deodorant and having personal hygiene and self-love. Okay. And Game Hoarding Harris doesn't have time for that, because a lot of his complaints are his own doing. Like, I can't find my games, or nobody wants to play with me. And it's like, well, because your pieces are missing and your games are broken. Oh. Because you don't have a good shelving unit for your games.
Mm. Oh, yeah, no, that's true. Come here. No, you're coming here.
Oh, yeah, no, he's not shaped like a meatball. He's shaped like a meeple. Meeple. The word is meeple. MEEPLE. Technically, they tried to trademark it. I don't know if the word meeple is trademarked, though.
I cannot remember if they were successful in trademarking. So, all right, Grand Arbiter. I did see in the comments a request for doing a temporal entourage mascot, but I do think we're going to save.
We have a mascot.
Is it that one?
Yeah, he just loved your arms. It's really just an amalgam of your cats in a trench coat.
3 cats in a trench coat.
Yeah.
Or is it the unicorns or Godzilla? Like, we have a lot of mascot energy.
I think that we have like a sort of like, we're sort of like Geico or Progressive. You have like cycles of different advertising campaigns. Like, I don't think we're ever going to go back to the Godzilla advertising campaign. We don't want to run the risk of angering Godzilla's lawyers. They're pretty scary, honestly. More scary than the lizard.
We love them, and we admire Toho, and we admire the king of the monsters. But yes, 3 cats in a trench coat is our official mascot in the temporal entourage. I think that's very solid and describes us very well. And I'm sure there's a code name. But I don't. Was there any other?
Well, you should submit some ideas in the comments, but we'll keep coming up with ideas.
Yes.
I just want people to feel like they have the opportunity. If you have an idea, it could be a philosophical concept.
It
could be a color. It could be literally anything. Oh, Subgothicus has got it. Shelf love is self-love. Oh, we've got a brand and everything.
Listen, game hoarding Humphrey?
Harris.
Very bad. Game hoarding Harris, whose last name may be Humphrey, is definitely needs to embrace shelf love is self-love.
I love that more than life itself. That is amazing.
So okay. Good. All right.
Let's get some ideas out here with some great if you got some ideas, we'll be looking for them, but we're going to keep throwing ideas to each other until you post one. Please post one. I love to do things for you, but if you don't participate, I will weep and die.
Oh no, and he weeps.
Weep and die.
No, but listen,
it's like all the points.
You are a very good weeper, though, Grand Arbiter.
Mascot for Wild West Con. So I don't think they have one officially. They've had like a bunch of things, but I think I have a really good idea of one that it should be.
All right.
So I think Wild West Con's mascot should be a wheel of cheese in a cowboy hat.
A wheel of cheese in a cowboy hat. All right. I will take this ride with you.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
a wheel of cheese with a cowboy hat. Does he have a name? Or do they have a name?
It's the Grand Fromage.
Oh. Le Grand Fromage. All right.
Because I think it would be pretty presumptuous to make yourself the mascot. I don't think they'd want that life. No. I feel like Grand Fromage has like legs. And this one absolutely would need legs because it would be a wheel of cheese with arms and legs, obviously.
Oh, and really cute cowboy boots to go with that hat.
Absolutely cute cowboy boots.
And like goggles.
Cowboy hat, little steampunk. He'll have gears on it. And I think it'd sort of be like he'd have like a different outfit for each different theme. And like I think that like if we had like an opening sequence for an ad, it would always have him like the cheese would be like in the gears of a machine turning it like he's a gear.
Yes.
The big framework is he's a wheel of cheese, and I think that there's like a lot of layers here, a lot of layers of cheese. I think the big part for me is that he's cheesy, which steampunk should be if it is to be successful.
Yeah,
we cannot take it so seriously. It must be campy.
We love the cheese.
It will be great for everyone who wants it, but not everyone has to have it.
No.
And honestly, I just think of a wheel of cheese with a big old wedge and it talks like this. with its wedge opening and closing is very cute. Yeah, I don't know what Wisconsin or Tessicon is, but I want this one for Arizona.
We're claiming it. We're claiming it.
And
Well, go ahead, Grand Arbiter.
And like clearly he's the Grand Fromage, and it's the. Do you want to hear what the terrible pun is for his catchphrase?
Oh yes.
Not your average steampunk convention, Wild West Con.
You are going to perdition for that one. That was stinky cheese, Grand Arbiter.
It was fantastic, and you loved it, and you think it's amazing.
It is a bit like Pac-Man, but it's cheese.
Yes, but many things are like Pac-Man. Pac-Man doesn't have a fucking. He doesn't have a patent on being a circle. Like, what do you mean?
He also doesn't have legs and a cowboy hat.
So doesn't have legs in certain games. So in the 3D games, Pac-Man has legs and arms.
What?
Yeah, if you look at Pac-Man in the when you play as Pac-Man in so in the mid to late 2000s, they did a bunch of Pac-Man games where he was 3D. And they had him have legs and arms, and and that's how he appears in Super Smash Bros.
Okay. I'm a little distressed by this bit of information, but here we are.
I know many things.
So, as an aside, to give a little additional context to this, we lovingly, and for many years, have referred to one of the owners of Wild West Con, who's our friend, as Le Grand Fromage, like the big cheese. Instead of calling him the big cheese, we say it in French because it's fancier and we like it. So it's our little special nickname. So, all right.
Okay, so here's the one for you, Madame Askew. Yeah. It's mascot for the class.
Mascot for the corset. Oh my gosh, I'm sorry. This one.
Okay, yes, the Cracker Brigade.
Okay, all right.
The horde of white people.
So, right. So, mascot for the corset class.
I mean, I already have a name, so if you don't come up with it soon, I'm gonna come up with it.
All right. Well, I'm thinking. So, this is a non-binary mascot because everybody of every gender can wear corsets, and oh gosh.
I have a name. You want me to give you the name? I have a whole concept. It's ready to go.
Oh, maybe you should do it because I'm thinking of Boney or Tighty.
Oh, no.
These are so dirty.
It's Cinchy.
Cinchy.
And Cinchy is just a he's an aglet string worm. They're an aglet string worm. And they have little googly eyes on an aglet.
And so it's like the corset lace that's
the corset lace worm named Cinchy.
Cinchy, the corset lace worm that has an aglet nose and googly eyes and winds through the grommets to cinch your corset. Oh, that's actually very solid. And it is a lot more PG-13 than the direction I was going.
Cinchy is all about building connection because Madame Askew's corset classes are about binding people together.
Oh my goodness. Grand Arbiter. That's a great concept.
It's Cinchy. You better write it down before you forget.
Well, that's why it's good it's recorded for all posterity because here we are. I love that. Cinchy,
I love them already. Cinchy. They're here. They're bendy, and they're gonna worm their way into your heart.
They've wormed their way into my heart.
And they will worm their way to support your spine.
Yeah, no, and they'll just pull it as tight as they need to make you feel like you're wrapped in a warm.
Oh, Tyson!
It's a cinch! Oh my gosh, that's so good. Listen.
Big brain energy.
It's so good. It's so good. No notes. All right.
Okay.
Okay. So
we'll take suggestions still. Mascot for the Tea Scouts. Okay.
Mascot for the Tea Scouts from our dear buttery goodness Bill. And this is a good one because the Tea Scouts probably do need a mascot, really. And if we've got the 3 cats in a trench coat over here in the Temple Entourage, I feel, well, like...
So here's the problem with Tea Scouts and mascots. And this is my personal thoughts on this.
Right.
And I'm not trying to like put away this concept, although I do think we should move into some bigger ideas, everybody. Think big. I do think that like every Tea Scout troop should have their own mascot if they want one.
Oh, and
in fact, many do have them.
Many do. So if we're talking about the overarching Tea Scout organization, but yes, there's
I mean, I know exactly what it is, by the way, for the organization for our group. I have an idea already.
Oh, okay. Grand You're bubbling over with ideas.
I'm very good at this game. I made this game and I'm very good at it.
So good. I'm failing at the game. Although my first one, Pinky, was great. All right.
It was great.
Pinky was great.
I'm going to give you a chance to do it, and then I will tell you mine.
All right. And also we've got recommendations for the shrew, the flying shrew.
It's a shrew, all right. Mine is a shrew. I have a shrew concept.
Okay. Well, all right. He is on fire. It's true. The Grand Arbiter is on fire. All right. So,
where's the shrew on fire?
The shrew is hopefully not on fire. Okay. So this is, of course, a winged flying shrew, and the shrew is named Shrewsbury. Very on the nose. And he wears a little tea cup as his hat. And he has a satchel that is made out of a tea bag. And he prances in to every event, ready to deliver magic sugar cubes from his bag. His like little tea.
Yeah, no, that's cute. Bag. I like him. I only have one note. So this is my addition to take Shrewsbury to his maximum potential. He's not just a flying shrew. Okay. He's a shreunicorn.
He's a shreunicorn.
Yes. He's a winged shreunicorn. And he does breathe fire to reheat the teapot.
Shrewsbury, the winged shreunicorn, fire-breathing shreunicorn, is now officially the Tea Scout mascot for all of Tea Scoutlandia.
He's the mascot of the matrices.
We probably would put it to a vote before being too high-handed, but we'll propose. We are proposing.
I'm proposing with the threat of violence.
No, I don't. I think that this is an outfit that is best reserved for art and not for reality.
Also, Shrewsbury is always, his big thing is, what a Tea Scout needs is a little magic and a big sugar cube.
Oh, that's so good. Also, this makes me delighted. I don't want you to get in trouble, Lady June Squill, but I'm so happy to bring this much laughter because honestly,
he bleeds fire.
I
he has a wife and children. He's abandoned. He goes on adventures. He comes back to see them on the regular.
So good.
Okay, right. So I'm gonna say I think you should start. Here's. I do think that I'm a little bit on fire. So Madame Askew, I think at this point we're approaching the 15 till the end mark. So we only have time for a few more.
Yes, we do.
Let's really go do some out of the box thinking.
Well, I want a silk. Please give me our silk baron mascot. Our silk mascot.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Do you want to do it? You should
No.
do it.
No, you should do it. You're on fire.
Okay, that's fair.
Do you want me to throw something?
I think this one's pretty easy in some regards.
I can give you a harder one. Do you want a more gritty?
I mean, we'll do this one, and then you can give me a harder. Let's do this one, and then we'll see.
All right.
So it's clearly a moth.
Oh, it's a moth.
And his name is the. Hold on, hold on, I've got the concept already.
Oh, I'm just someone hire the Grand Arbiter for all of your mascot needs.
Okay, so it's a moth. It's a silk moth. It's very beautiful.
Okay,
but his name is Robert.
Robert,
the Rouge Baron.
The Rouge Baron. Robert
the like the Red Baron, except he's French.
And he's like flying around.
And he flies. He's a moth. So
and he's like weaving the silk as he flies.
Yes. And he delivers silk to all the good little boys and girls in his little plane.
He doesn't need a plane. He's a moth. He is the plane.
He needs a plane and he flies. It's a whole thing.
Okay.
But it's the Rouge Baron.
Robert the Rouge Baron.
Yes.
Creator of silk and deliverer of silk.
He brings it to all the good boys and girls.
Thank you, Robert.
Robert brings them the finest of silks as they wish for the good boys and girls.
Oh, so kind, Robert, so generous. Oh,
quite.
Oh. Does he have a silkworm backpack? Yes.
Yeah,
he must.
Sure.
It's the only way.
Backpack, he has a baby Bjorn that he carries a silkworm in.
He's got a baby Bjorn and he's flying a plane and he's flying. There's a lot going on.
It's his adopted child, Tabitha, the silkworm.
Robert and Tabitha, the silkworm. This is a whole bit. It could be he might be Dutch. We don't know about Robert.
Dutch. He always splits the bill. He can't. He never takes a freebie. He always
very egalitarian. I see. Oh, Robert.
He believes in. Not only is he the Red Baron, but he really is red in that he believes in communism.
Okay, Robert. Robert the communist.
Yes.
Playing
for free. It's because he is ensuring that silk is silk, a symbol of a regular symbol of colonialism and oppression. He is ensuring that silk is available to all across the world to alleviate the injustices of capitalism.
Oh my God. Delightful. And our dear buttery goodness has clarified.
I can't do a French accent. I don't know what to tell you. I can't do accents that well. I can't really do a different voice that well. Everything sounds like the Grand Arbiter, except he's a little high. So, I don't know what to tell you.
Hello, I am Robert. I am
Robert, and I am here to deliver the how you say
This is so bad. It's so bad. You should let me do it. It's fine. All right. So we need one more from all of you. So if someone will
one more, it could be anything. Literally anything. Think outside the box. We can do philosophical concepts. We can do colors. We can do like literally anything. We could do illnesses. We could do whatever you want. Push the boundaries beyond businesses.
Beyond business. All right, we're going to give you all a few moments, but I'm going to. All right.
Okay, I love this one. We're gonna do. So Absent Fairy is already a mascot, but I love the idea of doing a. Okay, we're gonna do the last two that were mentioned.
Yes. All right. Okay.
Martha, the Absinthe already has a mascot. It's the Absent Fairy. That's the whole deal. So we're gonna do Consumption and Scriveners.
All right.
Well, how about you do Scriveners and I'll do Consumption? Does
Okay.
that sound fair?
Sound good. So we've got Scrivener's mascot. Scrivener is a writing software to help people create novels and
I thought we were doing like ones for secretaries, like an actual Scrivener, like an ad for like a clerk.
Oh no, it's the monk. Wait, wait, isn't the Consumption mascot Yukitake from Bleach? I'm
reminding myself who this is. Hold on.
Right. I'm going to return to Scrivener, the writing software, and obviously we can't have Clippy. Clippy has already found his being, but I think that we're going to start out a little bit on the nose here. We need a fountain pen for Scrivener, of course, but this is not just any fountain pen. This is a fountain pen that rides through the planes of existence in a ink pot that is on the little legs of a zebra. And so it's riding around in an ink pot that has legs like a zebra. They're striped black and white like a zebra. They have zebra hooves. It's a zebra ink pot hybrid that prances through time.
Oh, and the tail is like a quill.
Yes. And there's a magic fountain pen in the top that moves like a pestle would in a mortar. But rather than terrorizing people who have, wronged the world, this delightful creature arrives in your home as a source of inspiration when you are feeling low and defeated by the written word. And of course, it has a name. They have a name. And that name is, what is that name? I'm getting there. I had a really strong vision of the mascot, but I don't have a good name for the mascot. Marabella. Ebenezer. Oh, that's good. Clippy's. Oh, this is Clippy's sophisticated elder cousin, Ebenezer, the wonderful magic ink pot zebra hybrid powered by Nib. It's Nibby. It's Nib for short from Ebenezer. We call him Nib. Oh my gosh.
There's a lot of good names here for
good names. Oh my gosh.
Okay.
I love this. But I think Ebenezer shortened to Nib or Nibby is his name. Ebenezer Bartlesby III. The magic. Oh my God. Parker.
And did he sing? Is he a singer? Is he sing you inspiration? What's his deal?
So
or does he just stand there and his mere presence like radiates writing creativity?
He's stirring the ink with the nib of the pen. He's like swirling in the ink pot. And so he's like a dancing sort of experience, a little bit of disco action.
This is some wild imagination. I love his design though. He sounds very cute.
Yeah,
I would catch that Pokemon.
Yeah,
I would want to catch that one for sure.
Yeah. So
no, we're not high. We're not high. We're very sober. We do not partake.
I just have been drinking water.
Okay, so
Oh my goodness.
I am trying. Yes.
All right.
Ukitake has consumption. That doesn't make him the mascot for consumption, because the mascot of consumption has to represent a few different things. He can't just be a soul. He's a Grim Reaper in the things. He's one of the many Grim Reapers in the Bleach manga. Oh. It's a very complicated manga. It's one of what we call the big three, which are all the things that like really launched Shonen Jump to its predominance as a magazine.
And our dear friend TM.
I know. I'm also just using this as an opportunity to educate you about anime stuff. So.
Also, I love the word facetious. It doesn't get enough play, in my opinion.
I think he did, but I don't know if Chopin died. So here is my thought process.
Yes, Chopin died of consumption.
So, I think it has to be an object, not a person.
Okay.
And I think nothing represents the consumption more than a white hanky secretly stained with blood.
Oh, aha. Yes. A pale and interesting mascot.
Yes.
It's a lace hanky, I'm hoping.
Yes. Incredibly lacy. And it's a female mascot because all women we know suddenly die of consumption rather than get to live full lives.
Oh yes, absolutely. And do the blood stains make the face of the mascot?
So the mascot is sort of more an anthropomorphized version of it. So it's it's sort of like a cute little imagine you know those dolls that you pose, the ones with ball joint
dolls, yes.
So she looks like that, but she's like really cute face, and she's like very animated and very friendly looking.
Yeah, but very pale.
Like a cute anime, like a cutely animated, not like scary. She doesn't look like a horror story. She just looks cute. And the blood spots are actually like hidden until she like waves her body. And it's like revealed, like it's in so all of the big blood stain that is representative of the consumption is like hidden in the pleats of this dress that looks like a lacy hanky. And her name is Bloondhilda.
Bloondhilda.
Yes.
Bloondhilda.
And she lives for. She's incredibly dramatic.
Clearly,
and dramatically, and is constantly on John Green's podcast.
Yes, that's her life.
Oh, have I not told you? You don't know this. This is an internet thing. Okay, so consumption historically and is tuberculosis.
That I knew.
So Hank Green is fully obsessed with ending tuberculosis.
Thank you.
He talks about it all the time, and it is this disease. And so she's always dramatic and being like, this could have been avoided, but you were too obsessed with capitalism. And she throws her body around.
And obviously
she doesn't have like curly hair. I think she has more like she has like a black updo. Because her face is like pale and gray, and she's got like a dark updo that's like a ball and then like another little ball.
Oh, all right.
Like one ball and then like a little ball at the top.
Okay, a double button situation, and she travels around in a camper van to take in the good air.
Yes, and then she takes the good air, and then she sometimes laments people's failures to understand germ theory.
I mean, that's my Friday night.
She's really invested in. She's really dramatic, but she's very invested in all the things that make tuberculosis possible. And every time a person's life is saved from tuberculosis, the blood stain on her garment gets smaller.
Oh.
And so, because it's an entirely curable disease, and it only continues to exist due to wealth, she is angry all the time.
Oh, she is an enraged but cute, and pale and tragic.
She's a great podcast host, podcast guest, because she will speak really passionately, directly, and name names. She's like,
she's no shame. No shame.
Bloomhilda is about her goal. She wants to get herself out of a job. That's her dream. That's all she thinks about all day long. She wants to be in her estate, taking in the good air, but she can't. She has to travel the country, travel the world, trying to prevent and end consumption. And her catchphrase is "consume this."
Bloomhilda, very angry, sort of like Mary Shelley. Well, good job, Bloomhilda. That's great.
I'm Bloomhilda. Yes, I'm Bloomhilda.
Consume this.
I'm Bloomhilda Duval.
Duval. Bloomhilda Duval. She has a name.
I was making a Shelley Duval joke.
Thank you. Oh, and also thank you for Coffee Streambot. That's new. We do have a coffee where you can tip us for our efforts, but also sometimes I throw up special deals there for virtual classes and access to past class videos.
That's a link to our stuff, right?
Yeah, it is.
Did you like link your coffee to this?
I think I think that happened.
Did you hear a weird button somewhere?
I think I did.
Okay. Well, thank you, everyone. I'm pretty sure we will bring this back at a future date as a
wonderful
returning option, because this was wild fun.
It was so good. And if you want more of this kind of nonsense and to help us pick our nonsense for our Patrons Corner and other special events, please consider becoming an official Cheeky Strumpet and joining our Patreon, where we get up to a lot of nonsense and also ask for feedback and collaboration and all sorts of goodness.
And sometimes weep uncontrollably, even.
Yes, occasionally.
But mostly they're just weeping.
But tonight it was mostly weeping from laughter, which was great.
This was a very good.
So
great
well
job,
done,
Grand Arbiter.
Grand Arbiter. You did a wonderful job. The Grand Arbiter usually crafts, crafts the majority. Oh, I'd say craft at least 75%.
I'd say no fewer than 2/3.
Yeah. So the Grand Arbiter does 66% of our Patrons Corners topics.
I would say 69% even.
Oh, 69%. Absolutely. So, well done, Grand Arbiter. And this is also our opportunity to remind all of you to treasure yourselves as we treasure you.
And get vaccinated, because you can do that again. I got my schedule.
Vaccinated.
If I, in my dumbitude, can get my vaccination, you absolutely can. And mask when you can and regularly. Just make it a daily practice. Feel gross? Put a mask on.
And also
don't want to look at people's faces? Put a mask on. Don't want to smile at people anymore and have a bad attitude everywhere you go? Put a mask on.
Bloomhilda Duval, our mascot of consumption, hopes that you will all remember to wash your hands.
Really wash them. Get the soap in there.
Get that 20-second washing happening. Clean under your
birthday, or you'll not sing anymore.
Get your vaccinations. Get your vitamins and minerals. Take good care of yourself. Be kind to yourself. Remember that treasuring yourself and taking care of yourselves are acts of kindness. And also, it means the world to us that you are here and can be part of our shenanigans. And if you don't take care of yourselves, you can't be part of the shenanigans. And that would be terrible. And then I would have to haunt you like a very ridiculous cat who attacks your silk fabric and tries to murder you during a live stream. And no one wants that.
They got the memo. Right. We'll see you folks later. Remember, book club is this Sunday. Sign up for the class if you can. You'll have a great time. You are if you want to learn how great a teacher Madame Askew is, she can teach anywhere, even across the globe. So we'll see everyone soon.
Yes.
And we'll talk about all our exciting next stuff next time. Bye,
Next time.
everybody.
Good night, everyone. Cheers.
I'm clicking the button.